Our next sustainable story takes us here to the heart of our nation's oil drilling business, Houston, Texas. So when it comes to sustainability, there's nothing more important to sustain than the pumping of our own heart, right? Well, what do pumping oil and pumping our own precious blood have in common? A lot, as you're about to see.
The human heart is our most precious organ, the size of a fist, yet pumping 100,000 times a day to keep us alive. And if it fails, the result can be deadly. But research in developing the ultimate artificial heart may change all that.
400,000 Americans every year die of heart failure. That's slow, progressive failure of the heart. But we only can do 2,000 transplants. That's all the donor organs that are available. So if we had a device sitting on a shelf that we could take off the shelf and sew into a patient to prevent premature death, that would be staggering.
For decades, heart surgeons have been trying to develop an artificial device that can weather all the wear and tear that our hearts undergo each day and ultimately solve one of our greatest medical issues: how to sustain life without a pulsating heart. That feat was accomplished by surgeons at the Texas Heart Institute, teaming up with a most unlikely partner: oil drilling engineers at Cameron in Houston.
There are some very distinct similarities in the pumping of oil and gas and pumping of blood. However, there are some very distinct differences as well. It's those differences that we have to work very closely with the surgeons to understand the blood.
Physicians and engineers are not natural bedfellows, but I think a project like this is a perfect place for those two disciplines to come together and realize real synergies.
As a global leader in providing flow equipment products to the oil and gas industries, Cameron certainly knows what cutting-edge technology is needed for drilling and pumping oil in the most trying conditions.
2 miles down in the ocean, very cold temperatures in the Arctic and in the hot side as well. And our mission is to capture and to control that flow in a safe and sustainable way.
The exciting challenge and opportunity was using Cameron's heavy-duty technology in the oil field to bridge the gap to the medical field and the intricate technology of the human heart. It meant creating a special heart team of engineers at Cameron to work together with heart specialists at Texas Heart Institute. Engineers who have since dedicated more than 2,000 philanthropic hours to lend their expertise to the medical field and the development of a continuous flow artificial heart.
What we're trying to do with this design is create it fully on the computer and make the optimum design on the computer first before we build all of our prototypes. This is a very sensitive device, so we want to make sure that the heart is compatible with the body, that it's compatible with the blood, and also that it doesn't consume too much power and require too many battery changes.
Using the same technology used in oil drilling, this team of surgeons and Cameron top engineers recently unveiled the prototype for a new artificial heart that could save countless lives. A heart that works with no need for pumping, no need for a heartbeat.
You see how small it is, and this will replace the entire human heart. It's basically 2 rapidly spinning discs that take blood from the body and the red blood returning from the lungs and pump that blood to the lungs and to the rest of the body respectively. And so this particular device, if they can make this out of titanium and it works as well on the bench as it does in computer simulations, we'll be ready in short order to try to implant this in man. If we can demonstrate that this is a practical, safe, and reproducible replacement for the failing human heart, the impact on humanity would be staggering.
This whole entire team is very passionate about what this can mean to literally hundreds of thousands of people all around the world.
And most importantly, it's sustainable technology. That's the result of the oil industry and the medical industry working together for our own sustainable future.